Yeah, Chris, and that gets at the heart of what we're trying to do with USA Healthcare. We are trying to make the moral argument to Americans and maybe even convince some people who are already in office or people who are thinking about running for office to make this part of the platform that they run on. Most of the population is in favor of universal health care. Physicians now recognize, the American College of Physicians came out in this year of 2020 and said that they support a single payer or public option as the best way to get everyone universal health care. It's time, and I think USA Healthcare, universal, simple, affordable, is going to help frame that for people who still have questions about how we get it done. We can do this as a country. And I think that's the perspective that we have to take as Americans, is that this is about the USA. This isn't about the red states. This isn't about the blue states. This isn't about Donald Trump. And it's actually not about Joe Biden either. Not about me. It's not about you. This is about everybody, because everybody's going to need healthcare at some point in time, and they shouldn't defer going and seeking it out because they've been told that they don't have it because they don't have a job, or that they can't afford it because they don't have any money, or that they can't afford it because they do have money, but the cost is just out of control. So that's where I would lead.
So I think we need to make that moral argument along with all the policy arguments that you're talking about. Those are all extremely important things, but I don't think people recognize just how bad it is. And you and I have dozens of stories, if not hundreds of stories, of how the health care system cruelly treats people. Americans are capable of great generosity and great cruelty at the same time. We have to do better about addressing that cruelty. We just can't abandon our fellow men and women. We have some responsibility here that we have to step up and do a better job. And in order to do that, we have to elect better politicians and let them know that we want this. We can do this. We're Americans. We can figure this out. So that's my spiel. You know, most people want to do the right thing. Most people want universal health care. Even if you ask doctors whether they want single payer or universal health care, the overwhelming majority do. The overwhelming majority of the public do. We have to tell our elected leaders, and we have to elect leaders who also believe in that. You've heard me quote this 1,000 times, is that when we talk about health care, we all say the same thing. We all want to get to universal health care. We just disagree about how to get there. It's just not true. We have to convince our fellow citizens that this is important. And all you have to do is look around your family and look at the people that have pre-existing conditions and look at the people who are not living an upper income life, the people who are struggling to get by. Don't they deserve health care? Don't they deserve access to the healthcare system? What have they done that makes them so undeserving in the public's eyes that we can just write off 10, 20, 30% of the population and say, you know, yeah, that's not important.